Hello everyone on YouTube yet again. This time we're doing a review of a not very well known brand, but needs to be very known because they make extraordinary guitars. Agile. I searched all over YouTube, couldn't find a single damn video when it came time. I was ordering a 9-string because I've always been the type to, I want to try new things, different things. 8 strings, okay, everybody's doing 8 strings. I want to try a 9-string, maybe 10 string. 10 strings next. But overall, Agile makes some of the best instruments that can be bought for a damn good price. This is a 9-string I got on sale, shipped to my door, $625 US. How can you beat that? For a 9-string extended range guitar. And I will go over everything and you will be amazed at the price. I mean, Agile, a lot of people don't know this when they go to buy a guitar. If you buy a Fender, an Ibanez, a Gibson, a Schecter, an ESP, a BC Rich, you're paying for a damn name. You're paying for history. You're not paying for the material as much as you are for the name. This particular guitar here is my own. I actually sold a guitar so I could buy it because it was a hollow body. It was an Ibanez hollow body that I did not like. And I wanted something different. Completely different from everything else I had. And I have a 7-string, I have 6 strings, I have an acoustic. I wanted something completely different. So I went to Agile. I mean, there's some other companies out there that are making 8-string extended range guitars, but I wanted a 9-string. And for those who say you can't get a good tone out of a 9-string, especially for distortion, for how low that string, that is a C sharp. C sharp, F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, B, E. 9 strings. It is a neck through body construction, $625. Neck through body construction, 5-piece neck, $625. Maple, walnut, carbon fiber reinforced between the maple and the walnut. The walnut are the 2 darker slices. $625 for this. So maple, walnut, maple. Grover 18-to-1 tuners. A lot of people, when they get a new set of strings for one of these, they drill out the damn hole to make it bigger. That's not the correct way to do it. You are supposed to unwrap the outer coil so it will fit. You do not drill it out because it needs that metal. Each string is putting about 10 to 20 pounds of tension on the guitar. You need as much metal there as possible. Don't shave the shit away. But as you can see, that is an ebony fretboard. No inlays, which is great for me because I am actually wanting to learn how to do some inlays myself. So This guitar's name is Rose, so what I want to do is a rose vine all the way up it. I think that would look really cool, especially with the color theme and everything that goes along with it. Let me get a tool real quick to show you the electronics. The pickups that come in this are, oh yeah, let me continue going over the construction. It is a string through design, a fixed mounted bridge, not a tune-o-matic or anything, 9 different saddles. Great, I love that. A little bit harder to intonate, but no, actually a little bit easier because the strings aren't up, the screws aren't up under the strings like with a tune-o-matic bridge. But on mine, it comes with the Cepheus pickups. But with a Seymour Duncan pickup, when you coil split them, all it does is ground out one of the pickups, so it doesn't shine through. So its output doesn't come through. Basically shorts it out in a way. But it shuts off the outer two, and you have the inner two that remain on. Well, with mine, I removed the tone because even with your tone all the way rolled off, and you think your guitar's complete signal is shining through, no, the tone is still affecting your tone a tiny bit, and you won't realize it until you actually remove it from the circuit, and you'll see, oh wow, it actually does sound better. That's why I allow my pedals. I have a 10-band EQ. Great amplifiers. They're not the highest of high-end, but the Randall combo came in at 500. The Randall cabinet came in around 500. The Spider valve came in around 850, 950. The Black Star came in around 900. So I use the amplifier to shape instead of using the tone knob. So when I did everything, I just got 2 audio taper. With a potentiometer, you have a linear taper and a audio taper. Linear taper, if you were to look at it on a graph, an XY graph, a linear taper will go straight. An audio taper goes at more of a, what would the word be? More of a curve. So if you turn it up a little bit with a linear taper, even the smallest amount, if you turn it to halfway, you'll be at 50% with a linear taper. But with an audio taper, you'll be about 30 to 35%. So, but when you crank it all the way, everything goes through. The potentiometer always, the best is to wire the pickup directly to the output jack. That's the way to get the best. But as you add things, it takes away some of the output. And like I said, I did coil split mine, so mine has 2. This is the bridge pot for the bridge pickup, and this is the neck pot for the neck pickup. When it's down, it's in series. When it's up, the inner coil, this coil right here, is shut off. This one remains on. So it gives me a Stratocaster type sound on a 9-string. Remember, this is just a review. This isn't, I'm not going over the tones. A second video is coming after this one. This one's already getting long enough. A second is, this is the bridge. It turns this one off, and this one remains on. So unlike Seymour Duncan, where it turns off the outer ones and keeps the inner ones on, I believe, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because that's how some of my pickups work. The outer ones stay on, so I get it picks the vibration coming from right here, not up here, which is looser. And if I want a really loose sound, it turns on this coil, which gives me a really loose sound. I did say it was a maple walnut neck, mahogany winglets, string through. I will say one thing that I didn't like. The holes that they drilled for the strings, as you can see, they are not lined up. That was one thing I didn't like. Okay, now, quality, how it plays. Neck taper. I'm just going to use one of these knobs. At the nut, it's a little thicker than the knob. At the 12th fret, yeah, it pretty much stays the same width all the way down. It doesn't get thicker because it's reinforced. But as you can see, I mean, the neck is very thin. Maybe not as thin as some Ibanez's, but you gotta remember, it's also an 8-string. Okay, when you get yours, if you do end up ordering one, there is one major downside to their guitars, and that is they do not use the best electronic components. They use the box style 3-way toggle switch, which looks like exactly what I said. Looks like a box. And when you try to change the little knob on top of it, the plastic little decorative knob, it spins. So you got to grab the bottom of it with a small pair of needle nose pliers. Now this is my own work. I apologize if it's a little sloppy, but it works perfect for me. I couldn't have asked for anything more. But this is the cavity of mine. This is the pot, the push-pull pot. That's why it's so tall, because you have that extra switch for the neck, and that's for the tone. I mean the bridge. And then here's your output jack, and then here's your 3-way toggle. So all the electronics are in one little cavity. So it's great, especially when you decide to work on it. But I will say that chunk right there is going to get routed out because I have some more mods and I just don't want to cram it all together. I'm adding a kill switch and a phase inverter parallel switch. An on off on mini toggle. I'm not adding a kill switch. I'm adding a kill switch button. I don't like the switches. The button won't be hard to do. All you gotta do is wire it into the path of the output signal, and then as soon as you hit it, it'll make the guitar think that the output left and everything was grounded out. So it basically just grounds out the signal. Excuse me a second while I put these 3 screws back in. I'm sorry I don't have all the fancy video editing software, so yes, my videos are real. I mean, I do have the software, I just don't know how to use it. But as you do see, mine is push-pull, so it splits the coils. Other than that, I mean, there's not much else I can really say about how good this guitar is. I would easily put it up against, I mean, I have a guitar that, as you see, I have name brand guitars, an LTD H1007 Deluxe, a BC Rich Beast V Kerry King Limited Edition 34 of number 220, only 220 made, an LTD EC1000 Deluxe, a Schecter Hellraiser C1, a Dean Exhibition Ultra. I set them all up myself so they play the way I want them to play. The biggest thing is, and I will give away my knowledge for free, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment. But I set up every one of my guitars for the way I want to play. I have my own tools. I can't do the fancy stuff like leveling frets, but I am going to be buying that and learning how to do that because I want to start building my own guitars. Until then, my main job is getting off the ground and starting my main business, which is teaching guitar tech, instead of always having to. That's one thing that so many guitarists overlook, is the technical aspect of their guitar. Learn it on a deeper level than just playing it. Yes, they sound amazing, especially when you know exactly what note to hit exactly at the right time. But you also have to understand everything that's going on with it. How all the woods coordinate together to give you such an amazing sound. How the pickup works. Like that one idiot, I'm sure everybody's seen thus far, is he put something that he plugged in, and he had direct outlet power going to his guitar with only 4 strings. Well, the way a guitar pickup works is there's a magnet that creates a magnetic field around the strings. Then there's wire that is wrapped around the magnet, and when the strings are disturbed, the wire picks up the disturbance in the magnetic field and turns it into a signal, and then you have your output. That's what gives you your sound from an electric guitar, not electricity, just the disturbance of, actually it does create a little bit of electricity when metal disturbs a magnetic field. It creates a little bit of electricity. That's how generators work. But overall, you can look at the back. Neck through construction, $625. Name another company that you can get such a good guitar with such good parts and then modify it to make it your own. That's why I don't really see the fun. The only reason I have the Kerry King is because of its rarity. I am not the type of person that likes to get signature guitars. Yeah, they look cool, but guess what? That's somebody else's guitar. It was designed by them. I like to take a guitar that's bare bones, like this one. All it has is 2 knobs and a switch and 2 pickups. I'm going to be routing out for a 3rd pickup, and then I'm going to get the 6-way toggle. It's going to be harder to wire up, but I'll figure it out. But overall, when it comes to the guitar, that's it. I'm sorry for all the babbling. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments for just shut up and talk about the guitar already. I know. I talked a lot in this video. I'm sorry. I don't believe I left anything. Mahogany fretboard, as I said. Stainless steel frets. Graphite nut. Cepheus pickups, or Cephas. I can't remember how it's pronounced. I was never told exactly how it's pronounced. It's C-E-P-H-E-U-S. So I pronounce Cepheus. It's probably Cephas. And then you got the back, and there's the electronics cavity. It's very small, which I like. I'm actually contemplating about routing it out a little further, so I can put the EMG 909X soap bars down in it, because soap bar pickups are cheaper than dogleg pickups. But that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and remember, if you are interested in looking at an Agile guitar, go to Rondo, R-O-N-D-O, music.com. You click on electric guitars up top, and then they have 7, 8, and 9 string guitars that they make, and they even make 8 strings in fan fret. Less than $1,000. I'll just keep it at that. You enjoy your day. I hope everyone enjoys their day. God bless. Peace.